I narrate, said the master, but not create. I believe and delight in the ancients, and make bold to compare myself to the old master. If I can learn by heart, said the master, not tired of learning nor of teaching, what more shall I need? Virtue uncultivated, said the master, knowledge unpropagated, the right undone, and the wrong unrighted, these are my worries. Unoccupied, the master took it easy and looked pleased. How decrepit have I grown, said the master, for long have I not dreamed of the sage. Aim at truth, said the master, depend on virtue, rely on the good and delight in the arts. I would teach, said the master, any student above 15 who would bring me a bundle of dried flesh. I will not instruct, said the master, those who are not eager to learn, nor enlighten those who are not anxious to discover. If I show a man one corner of the table and he cannot infer the other three, I will not repeat the lesson. Taking a meal by the side of a mourner, the master would never eat to the full. The master would not sing after he had wept at a funeral. The master said to Yen Hui, ride when employed and hide when unemployed, that is what you and I would do. Zilu asked the master, who would you employ if you were in command of 3 armies? The master said, I would not employ one who would fight a tiger with bare hands or cross a river with broken legs and die without regret and remorse. I would employ one considerate when confronted with difficulties, and deliberate when accomplishing a task. If wealth is attainable, said the master, I would condescend to be a gatekeeper of the market. With wealth unattainable, I would do what I like. The master was cautious before the sacrifice, in war and in sickness. Ran Yu said, is our master on the side of the Prince of Wei who contended for the throne with his father? Zigong said, I do not know. I will ask him. Coming in, he asked the master, what do you think of the 2 Yin brothers who yielded the crown? The master said, they were 2 worthy ancients. Zigong asked, did they regret? The master said, they sought to be worthy men. Why should they regret? Coming out, Zigong said, our master is not on the side of the prince. There is delight, said the master, in plain food and water while pillowing the head on the arm. I would keep ill-gotten wealth and rank as far away as floating cloud. Give me a few more years, said the master, to study the book of change. After 50, I may be free from error. The master used fine language in reading poetry and history, and in performing the rites. All these are written in fine language. The Duke of Xi asked Zilu about Confucius. Zilu made no reply. Then the master said, why did you not tell him that I am a man who forgets his hunger while thirsty for knowledge, and neglects his sorrow while drowned in delight so as not to perceive the coming of old age? I was not born with innate knowledge, said the master. Fond of history, I am eager in pursuit of the experience accumulated in it. The master never talked of monstrosity, violence, disturbance, and divinity. When 3 men walk together, said the master, there must be one worthy to be my teacher. I will choose what is good in him to follow, and avoid what is not good. I have the innate virtue in me, said the master. What have I to fear for the minister of war? 2 or 3 of you, said the master, may think I have secret from you. In fact, I have no secret at all. I have done nothing which I should keep secret from you. Otherwise, how could I be myself? The Master taught 4 things: culture, conduct, faithfulness, and trustworthiness. I cannot hope, said the Master, to see a sage, but only a cultured man, nor can I hope to see a man of men, but only a consistent one. A consistent man will not take nothing for something, nor the empty for the full, nor the poor for the rich. Otherwise, he cannot be called a consistent man. The Master fished with a line, but not with a net. He shot at birds, but not at roosting ones. There are those, said the Master, who do what they do not understand. But I am not among the number. I would learn again and again and choose and follow what is good and bear it in mind. Knowledge acquired is only next to innate gift. The people of Hu village were difficult to approach. One day when a young man of Hu village came for an interview with the Master, the disciples doubted whether he should be accepted. The Master said, when a man comes forward, he is welcome. When he retrogrades, we should not go backwards with him. Be not too particular. A purified man is acceptable. Let bygones be bygones. Are we far from benevolence? Said the Master. If we wish to be benevolent, then benevolence is within our reach. When the Minister of Crime of the state of Qin asked whether Duke Xiao of Lu knew the ritual system, Confucius answered yes. When Confucius withdrew, the minister motioned Wamachi to come forward and said to him, I have heard that an intelligent gentleman should not be partial. How could your master be partial to Duke Xiao, who married a daughter of the same clan but called her a different name? If the Duke knew the ritual system, then who does not? Wamachi told this to the Master, who said, How fortunate I am! When I have made a mistake, the people are sure to know it. When the Master liked a song, he would make the singer repeat it, and then sang it together with him. In words, said the Master, perhaps I am no better than others. Indeed, I dare not say that I am an accomplished intelligent gentleman. The Master said, the sage and his benevolence are beyond me. What I claim is only the untiring effort to learn and to teach. Gong Shihua said that is just what we disciples are incapable of. When the Master was very ill, Zilu asked leave to pray for him. The Master said, Did the ancients pray? Zilu said, Yes, it is said in the book of prayer that we may pray to the divinities above and below. The Master said, Then I have been praying for a long time. Extravagance, said the Master, leads to insubordination, and frugality to obstinacy. But it would be far better to be obstinate than to be insubordinate. An intelligent gentleman, said the Master, is carefree while an uncultured man is careworn. The Master was mild but firm, dignified but unaggressive, respectful but equanimous. Tai Bo, said the Master, might be said to have the highest virtue, for he had thrice renounced the throne. He was beyond the praise of the people. Beyond propriety, said the Master, respect would lead to labor lost, caution to timidity, courage to violence, and even frankness would hurt. If cultured men are affectionate to their kins, then people will be inspired to do good. If old friends are not forgotten, then people will not be negligent. When Master Zen was ill, he summoned his disciples around him and said, Uncover my feet and uncover my hands. It is said in the book of poetry, Be careful as if you did stand on the brink of the gulf of vice or tread upon the ice. From now on, I need not be so careful, my young friends. When Master Xing was ill, Meng Jingzi came to inquire after him. Master Xing said, "When a bird is about to die, its song is mournful. When a man is about to die, what he says is good. In performing the rites, a cultured man will pay attention to three things: how to look inoffensive and respectful, appear trustworthy, and be free from vulgarity in speech. As to sacrificial service, he will leave it to officials in charge." Master Xing said, "The capable may consult the incapable, the possessor of much may consult those of little. Those who have may appear to have not, those who are full may appear empty. A man may take no care even when he is offended." Such was the way of one of my former friends. Master Xing said, "Is he not an intelligent gentleman who can be entrusted with a helpless orphan prince and the fate of a state, and who dare to face danger without fear?" "Yes, he is." Master Xing said, "An intellectual should be strong and steady, for his duty is heavy and his journey will be long." Is it not a heavy duty to be a man of men? Is his journey not long which will not end until his death? "A man," said the master, "may be inspired by poetry, established in performing the rites, and perfected by music." "The common people," said the master, "may be made to follow, but not to understand the reason why." "If a daring man," said the master, "suffers from poverty, he will disobey the order. If he hates to excess those who are unkind, he will rise in revolt. If a man," said the master, "is arrogant and narrow-minded, what could we learn from him even if he is gifted as the Duke of Zhou?" "It is not easy," said the master, "to find one who has studied for 3 years without thinking of reward." "Be firm in belief and fond of learning," said the master. "Do not fear to die for truth. Do not enter a tottering state nor dwell in one in disorder. Appear where truth is followed and disappear where it is not. It is a shame to be poor and dishonored in a well-governed state as to be rich and honored in an ill-governed one." "Do not interfere," said the master, "into the matter you are not in a position to." "How pleasant to the ear," said the master, "are the prelude played by the music master of Lu and the chorus of cooing and wooing. What a flood of music!" "What can I do," said the master, "with such persons as are proud and not frank, dull and not true, incapable and untrustworthy?" "Be eager to acquire knowledge," said the master, "as if it were beyond reach, as if you were afraid to lose it even when it is acquired." "How sublime," said the master, "were Emperor Shun and you, who ascended the throne without striving for it." "How great," said the master, "was Emperor Yao as sovereign of the state! How sublime was he who imitated the boundless heaven! So majestic was he that people could not find a name for him. How glorious were his achievements! How dazzling was his culture! Emperor Shun had 5 ministers and the empire was well governed. King Wu said, "I have 10 able ministers." Confucius said, "It is difficult to find talents, is it not so?" During the Tang and Yu dynasties, it was particularly true. During the reign of King Wu there was a woman among his ministers, so there were only 9 men in his service. King Wen of Zhou had 2/3 of the realm of Yin, yet he served the Yin emperor. Zhou may be said to attain the highest point of submission. "As for Emperor Yu," said the master, "I have nothing to say against him. He took plain food and drink for himself, but offered plentiful sacrifice for the divinities. He wore poor garment but put on magnificent dress in ritual ceremonies. He lived in a humble house but spared no effort to dig ditches and canals for the people. So what can I say against him? The master seldom talked about what was profit or fate or benevolence. A villager from Daxiang said, "Great is Confucius. He possesses wide general knowledge, but no special knowledge to make a name." Hearing of this, the master said to his disciples, "What shall I specialize in? In chariot driving or in archery? I should like to drive a chariot." The linen cap, said the master, is prescribed by the rules of ceremony, but now a silk one is worn. It is economical, and I follow the common practice. Bowing below the hall is prescribed by the rules, but now the common practice is bowing after ascending the hall. It is presumptuous, so I still bow below the hall against the general practice. The master was entirely free from four things, namely, supposition, predetermination, obstination, and self-assertion. When detained at Quang, the master said, after the death of King Wen, "I am entrusted with keeping culture from perishing. If heaven would destroy culture, how could those who die after King Wen know what culture is? If heaven would not destroy it, what harm could the people of Quang do to me?" A high officer asked Zigong whether his master was a sage and how he could be so versatile. Zigong said that his master was born a sage, so he was versatile in many arts. Hearing of this, the master said, "Does the high officer know me? While young, I was poor and humble, so I had to be versatile to earn a living. Does an intelligent gentleman need to be versatile in arts? No, there is no need." It was said by Lao that the master said, "Not employed as an officer, I had to be versatile in arts." "Am I endowed with knowledge?" said the master. "I am not. When a simpleton came to ask me a question, I was as empty as he was. But when I considered the props and the cons of the question, I got an answer in the end." "No prodigious phoenix would appear," said the master, "nor would the picturesque portent emerge on the river. What could I do?" Seeing a man in mourning or in ceremonial dress, or meeting with a blind man, though they were young, the master would rise. Passing by them, he would quicken his steps. Yen Yuan said with a deep sigh, looking up, "I find our master high above. Digging into his word, I find it firm down below. His image appears before me, but suddenly it emerges behind. Our master leads us forward step by step, broadens our mind with culture, and regulates our conduct with the rules of propriety. How could I stop learning from him? When I have made the most of my ability, it seems that I could stand, but when I try to follow him, I find myself at a loss far behind." When the master was very ill, Zilu asked some disciples to act as official mourners. Convalescent, the master said, "Zilu has deceived me for long. Pretending to have official mourners when I am not qualified to. Whom could I deceive? Could I deceive heaven? Would it be better to die in the hands of official mourners than in those of my disciples? Even if I cannot get an official burial, could I be abandoned by the roadside?" Zigong said, "If there is a beautiful gem here, should I hide it in a box or sell it to a connoisseur?" The master said, "Sell it, sell it. I am one waiting for a connoisseur." The master wanted to settle among the 9 barbarian tribes. When asked how he could settle among such backward people, the master said, "How could a place be backward where settled an intelligent gentleman?" Since my return from Wei to Lu, said the master, I have revised the book of music and put odes and hymns in their proper place. At court, said the master, I have served the duke and his ministers. At home, my father and elders. I dare not neglect the morning service, nor am I indulged in wine. What else should I care? Standing by a stream, the master said, Time passes away night and day like running water. I have never seen a man, said the master, who loves his duty more than beauty. If ordered, said the master, to stop bringing the last basketful of earth to raise a mound, I would stop. If ordered to proceed after bringing the first basketful of earth to level a ground, I would proceed. It was only Yen Yuan, said the master, who would listen to me without getting tired. The master said of the death of Yen Yuan, Alas! I saw him ever advance, and never stop in his progress. There are shoots, said the master, which spring up but do not flower, and others which flower but do not bear fruit. Respect the young, said the master. How can you foretell they will not do better than you? If they have no achievement at 40 or 50, then you need not be afraid of them. Can we not follow, said the master, the rules of propriety? It is important to change our ways when they are against the rules. Can we not be pleased with good advice? But it is important to analyze it. What can I do with a man pleased without analysis, or following without reform? It is essential, said the master, to be truthful and faithful, to befriend one's equals and be not afraid to admit and amend one's faults. The three armies, said the master, may be deprived of their commander-in-chief, but the common people cannot be deprived of his opinion. The master said, It is Zi Lu who is not ashamed to stand in rags beside one in furs. Zi Lu recited the following verse all his life long, for nothing would he long. Will he do what is wrong? The master said, The truth contained in this verse is not worth treasuring so much. Only in the coldest weather, said the master, can we realize that the pine and the cypress are the last to lose their leaves. The wise, said the master, are free from doubt, the good from worry, and the brave from fear. One who studies together with you, said the master, may not put what he studies into practice. Another who puts it into practice may not get established, and a third who gets established may not share weal and woe with you. Cherry flowers and view so swift back and forth sway. Do I not think of you? Your house is far away. The master said he did not think of his friend, or how can it be so far away?